Today, we're going to learn our ABCs together. Are you ready? Let's start with A, B, C, D, and E. A is for ant. Ant, ant, ant. Look, friends, a tiny little ant is walking on the ground. Ants are super hard workers, and they carry food together. They live in a big ant family called a colony. Can you wiggle your fingers like little ants? Wiggle, wiggle. Let's say it together. Ant. A is for apple. Apple, apple, apple. A shiny red apple. Apples grow on trees and come in red, green, and yellow. They keep our bodies healthy and strong. Let's pretend to take a crunchy bite. Crunch. Can you say apple? Apple. A is for airplane. Airplane, airplane, airplane. Wow, an airplane flying way up high in the sky. Airplanes take people to faraway places. They have big wings that help them glide through the air. Let's stretch our arms out wide like airplane wings. Whoosh! Say it with me. Airplane. A is for alligator. Alligator, alligator, alligator. Here comes a big green alligator. Alligators live in swamps and rivers. They have long, strong jaws, but this one is a friendly one. Let's pretend our hands are alligator jaws. B is for bear. B, bear. B, bear. Look, friends, a big, fluffy bear. Bears love eating berries, fish, and honey. They sleep for a long time in winter. That's called hibernating. Squeeze, squeeze. Let's say it together. B, bear. B is for banana. B, banana. B, banana. Here's a yummy yellow banana. Bananas are soft, sweet, and easy to peel. They give us energy to play, jump, and run. Let's pretend to peel a banana. Peel, peel. Say it with me. Banana. B is for bus. B, bus. B, bus. Wow, a big yellow school bus. The bus takes children safely to school every day. It has big wheels that go round and round. Let's roll our arms like big bus wheels. Round and round. Let's say it together. Bus, bus. B is for bird. B, bird. B, bird. Look, a little bird flying in the sky. Birds have feathers and wings to help them soar. Some birds sing beautiful songs in the morning. Let's flap our arms like little wings. Flap, flap. Say it with me. Bird. C is for cat. Cat, cat, cat. Look, friends, a soft, cuddly cat. Cats love to nap in the warm sun and play with yarn. They say meow when they want to say hello. Let's pretend to pet a fluffy cat. Gentle, gentle. Let's say it together. Cat. C is for car. Car, car, car. Wow, a shiny red car. Cars have 4 wheels and help us travel to fun places. They go very fast and have a loud horn. Let's pretend to drive a car. Vroom, vroom. Say it with me. Car. C is for carrot. Carrot, carrot, carrot. Look, a crunchy orange carrot. Carrots grow underground and are very, very healthy. They help our eyes see better and keep us strong. Let's pretend to take a big bite. Crunch, crunch. Let's say it together. Carrot. C is for cloud. Cloud, cloud, cloud. Look up, a fluffy white cloud. Clouds float high in the sky like big cotton balls. Sometimes they bring rain to help the flowers grow. Let's make a big cloud with our arms. Big and round. Say it with me. Cloud. C is for cookie. Cookie, cookie, cookie. A yummy chocolate chip cookie. Cookies are sweet and extra delicious with a glass of milk. They smell so good when they are fresh and warm. Let's pretend to dip a cookie in milk. Splash. Yum. Let's say it together. Cookie. D is for dog. Dog, dog, dog. Look, friends, a happy, wagging dog. Dogs love to play fetch and run in the park. They say woof, woof when they are excited. Let's pretend to wag our tails. Wiggle, wiggle. Let's say it together. Dog. D is for duck. Duck, duck, duck. Look, a yellow duck swimming in the pond. Ducks have orange beaks and soft, waterproof feathers. They love to splash and say quack, quack. Let's waddle like a little duck. Waddle, waddle. Say it with me. Duck. D is for donut. Donut, donut, donut. A sweet, colorful donut. Donuts are round with a funny hole right in the middle. Some have sprinkles and some have pink frosting. Let's draw a circle in the air. Round and round. Let's say it together. Donut. D is for dinosaur. Dinosaur, dinosaur, dinosaur. Wow, a big, strong dinosaur. Dinosaurs lived a long, long time ago. Some were very tall and had very long necks. Let's make big dinosaur stomps. Stomp, stomp. Say it with me. Dinosaur. D is for drum. Drum, drum, drum. Listen, a loud, bouncy drum. Drums make music when you tap them with your hands. They help us keep the beat while we dance. Let's pretend to play the drums. Tap, tap, boom. Let's say it together. Drum. E is for elephant. Elephant, elephant, elephant. Wow, a giant gray elephant. Elephants have big, floppy ears and a very long trunk. They use their trunks to spray water and say hello. Let's swing our arms like an elephant trunk. Swish, swish. Let's say it together. Elephant. E is for egg. Egg, egg, egg. Look, a little smooth egg. Eggs can be white or brown, and they stay safe in a cozy nest. Sometimes a tiny baby bird cracks the shell to come out. Let's pretend to crack an egg. Tap, tap, pop. Say it with me. Egg. E is for eagle. Eagle, eagle, eagle. Look up high, a brave, soaring eagle. Eagles have strong wings and can see things from far away. They fly over the mountains and glide through the clouds. Let's stretch our wings and fly like an eagle. Soar, soar. Let's say it together. Eagle. E is for earth. Earth, earth, earth. Look, our beautiful green and blue earth. The earth is the planet where we all live together. It has big oceans, tall trees, and high mountains. Let's make a big circle with our arms. Big and round. Say it with me. Earth. E is for elbow. Elbow, elbow, elbow. Hey, look at your pointy elbow. Your elbow is the middle part of your arm that helps you bend. It helps us reach for our toys and give big hugs. Let's touch our pointy elbows. Touch, touch. Let's say it together. Elbow. F is for frog. Frog, frog, frog. Look, friends, a little green frog. Frogs have long back legs that help them jump really far. They love to sit on lily pads and say, ribbit, ribbit. Let's pretend to hop like a frog. Hop, hop. Let's say it together. Frog. F is for flower. Flower, flower, flower. Look, a beautiful, bright flower. Flowers grow in the garden and smell so very sweet. They come in many colors like pink, yellow, and purple. Let's pretend to smell a flower. Sniff, sniff. Say it with me. Flower. F is for fish. Fish, fish, fish. Look, a shiny little fish. Fish live underwater and use their tails to swim. Swish, swish. They blow tiny bubbles as they glide through the pond. Let's wiggle our bodies like a fish. Swish, swish. Let's say it together. Fish. F is for fire truck. Fire truck, fire truck, fire truck. Wow, a big red fire truck. Fire trucks have loud sirens and long ladders to help people. They zoom down the street with bright, flashing lights. Let's pretend to steer a fire truck. Vroom, vroom. Say it with me. Fire truck. F is for fox. Fox, fox, fox. Look, a clever orange fox. Foxes have pointy ears and big, fluffy tails. They are very quiet and love to run through the forest. Let's tiptoe like a quiet fox. Tiptoe, tiptoe. Let's say it together. Fox. G is for giraffe. Giraffe, giraffe, giraffe. Wow, a very, very tall giraffe. Giraffes have beautiful spots and a super long neck. They use their height to reach yummy leaves at the top of the trees. Let's stretch our necks up high. Stretch, stretch. Let's say it together. Giraffe. G is for grapes. Grapes, grapes, grapes. A bunch of juicy purple grapes. Grapes grow on vines and are a sweet, healthy snack. Some are purple and some are green, but they are all delicious. Let's pretend to pick a grape. Pluck, pluck. Say it with me. Grapes. G is for goat. Goat, goat, goat. Look, a playful, furry goat. Goats are great climbers and love to hop on big rocks. They make a funny sound and say, "Meh, meh." Let's pretend to climb like a goat. Step, step. Let's say it together. Goat. G is for guitar. Guitar, guitar, guitar. Listen, a happy musical guitar. Guitars have strings that make pretty music when you strum them. You can play a fast song or a slow song for your friends. Let's pretend to strum a guitar. Strum, strum. Say it with me. Guitar. G is for glasses. Glasses, glasses, glasses. Look, a pair of shiny glasses. Glasses help our eyes see the world bright and clear. They come in many shapes and sit right on our noses. Let's pretend to put on glasses. Up and on. Let's say it together. Glasses. H is for horse. Horse, horse, horse. Look, friends, a strong, beautiful horse. Horses can run very fast across the big, green fields. They make a loud sound and say, "May, neigh." Let's pretend to gallop like a horse. Clip-clop, clip-clop. Let's say it together. Horse. H is for hat. Hat, hat, hat. Look, a colorful, floppy hat. Hats go on our heads to keep us warm or shaded from the sun. Some have stripes and some have big, pretty bows. Let's pretend to put on a hat. Pat, pat. Say it with me. Hat. H is for house. House, house, house. Look, a cozy, happy house. A house is a home where families live and play together. It has windows, a door, and a roof on the very top. Let's make a roof with our hands. Pointy and tall. Let's say it together. House. H is for hippopotamus. Hippopotamus, hippopotamus, hippopotamus. Wow, a big, round hippopotamus. Hippos love to swim in the water to stay nice and cool. They have tiny ears, but they can open their mouths very wide. Let's open our mouths like a hippo. Wide, wide. Say it with me. Hippopotamus. H is for heart. Heart, heart, heart. Look, a lovely red heart. A heart is a shape that shows how much we love our friends. It's full of kindness and makes everyone feel happy. Let's make a heart with our fingers. Squeeze, squeeze. Let's say it together. Heart. I is for ice cream. Ice cream, ice cream, ice cream. A cold, yummy ice cream cone. Ice cream comes in many flavors, like chocolate and vanilla. It melts quickly, so you have to eat it very fast. Let's pretend to lick an ice cream. Slurp, slurp. Let's say it together. Ice cream. I is for iguana. Iguana, iguana, iguana. Look, a long green iguana. Iguanas love to sit in the warm sun and climb on trees. They have scaly skin and a very, very long tail. Let's stretch our arms like a long tail. Stretch, stretch. Say it with me. Iguana. I is for igloo. Igloo, igloo, igloo. Wow, a snowy, round igloo. An igloo is a house made of cold, white ice blocks. It stays warm inside even when the wind blows outside. Let's pretend to build an igloo. Stack, stack. Let's say it together. Igloo. I is for island. Island, island, island. Look, a beautiful tropical island. An island is a piece of land surrounded by blue water. It has sandy beaches and tall green palm trees. Let's draw a circle in the air for an island. Round and round. Say it with me. Island. J is for jellyfish. Jellyfish, jellyfish, jellyfish. Look, friends, a wiggly, floaty jellyfish. Jellyfish live in the ocean and glide through the water. They have long tentacles that wave back and forth. Let's wiggle our arms like a jellyfish. Wiggle, wiggle. Let's say it together. Jellyfish. J is for juice. Juice, juice, juice. A fresh, sweet glass of juice. Juice can be made from apples, oranges, or grapes. It's a delicious drink that gives us lots of vitamins. Let's pretend to sip some juice. Sip, sip. Say it with me. Juice. J is for jaguar. Jaguar, jaguar, jaguar. Wow, a fast, powerful jaguar. Jaguars live in the rainforest and have beautiful spots. They are very good swimmers and can run very quickly. Let's sneak like a quiet jaguar. Tiptoe, tiptoe. Let's say it together. Jaguar. J is for jacket. Jacket, jacket, jacket. Look, a warm, cozy jacket. We wear a jacket when it's chilly to stay nice and toasty. It has buttons or a zipper to close it up tight. Let's pretend to zip up a jacket. Zip, up. Say it with me. Jacket. J is for jar. Jar, jar, jar. Look, a clear glass jar. A jar can hold yummy jam, pickles, or even shiny marbles. It has a lid on top that we twist to open it up. Let's pretend to twist a lid. Twist, twist. Say it with me. Jar. A is for kangaroo. Kangaroo, kangaroo, kangaroo. Look, friends, a bouncy brown kangaroo. Kangaroos have strong back legs that help them hop very high. Mama kangaroos have a pocket called a pouch for their babies. Let's pretend to hop like a kangaroo. Boing, boing. Let's say it together. Kangaroo. K is for kite. Kite, kite, kite. Wow, a colorful diamond kite. Kites fly high in the sky when the wind blows them up. They have long tails that dance in the clouds. Let's move our arms like a flying kite. Whoosh, whoosh. Say it with me. Kite. K is for koala. Koala, koala, koala. Look, a soft, fuzzy koala. Koalas live in trees and love to eat green leaves. They have big, fluffy ears and are very good at hugging. Let's give ourselves a big koala hug. Squeeze, squeeze. Let's say it together. Koala. K is for key. Key, key, key. Look, a shiny silver key. A key is used to open doors and keep things safe. Some keys are small and some are very big. Let's pretend to turn a key. Turn, click. Say it with me. Key. K is for king. King, king, king. Look, a grand, powerful king. A king wears a golden crown and lives in a big castle. He is a leader who takes care of his people. Let's pretend to put on a crown. Up and on. Let's say it together. King. L is for lion. Lion, lion, lion. Look, friends, a brave, golden lion. Lions are the kings of the jungle and have a big mane. They are very strong and can make a very loud sound. Let's pretend to roar like a lion. Roar, roar. Let's say it together. Lion. L is for lemon. Lemon, lemon, lemon. Look, a bright yellow lemon. Lemons grow on trees and have a very sour taste. They are used to make cold, refreshing lemonade. Let's make a sour face like we tasted a lemon. Pucker, pucker. Say it with me. Lemon. L is for ladybug. Ladybug, ladybug, ladybug. Look, a tiny red ladybug. Ladybugs have black spots and love to crawl on green leaves. They are very lucky and can fly away with their little wings. Let's pretend a ladybug is on our hand. Gentle, gentle. Let's say it together. Ladybug. L is for lamp. Lamp, lamp, lamp. Look, a bright, shining lamp. A lamp gives us light so we can see when it's dark. It has a switch that we click to turn it on. Let's pretend to click a lamp. Click. Light. Say it with me. Lamp. L is for lollipop. 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 A sweet, round lollipop. Lollipops come in all colors and are a fun, sugary treat. They are on a stick so you can hold them while you eat. Let's pretend to lick a lollipop. Lick, lick. Say it with me. Lollipop. M is for monkey. Monkey, monkey, monkey. Look, friends, a silly, playful monkey. Monkeys love to swing from tree to tree in the jungle. They eat bananas and make funny sounds. Let's pretend to swing like a monkey. Swing, swing. Let's say it together. Monkey. M is for moon. Moon, moon, moon. Look up, a bright, glowing moon. The moon shines in the sky at night while we sleep. Sometimes it's a big circle, and sometimes it's a thin crescent. Let's make a round moon with our arms. Big and round. Say it with me. Moon. M is for milk. Milk, milk, milk. A cold, healthy glass of milk. Milk comes from cows and helps our bones grow strong. It's delicious with cereal or a yummy chocolate cookie. Let's pretend to drink some milk. Glug, glug. Let's say it together. Milk. M is for mountain, 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 mountain. Wow, a giant snowy mountain. Mountains are very high and reach way up into the clouds. They are fun to climb and have beautiful views. Let's make a mountain shape with our hands. Pointy and high. Say it with me. Mountain. M is for mouse. Mouse, mouse, mouse. Look, a tiny, quiet mouse. Mice have long tails and love to eat little pieces of cheese. They run very fast and say squeak, squeak. Let's tiptoe like a tiny mouse. Squeak, squeak. Let's say it together. Mouse. N is for nest. Nest, nest, nest. Look, friends, a cozy little nest. Birds build nests out of twigs and leaves in the trees. A nest is a safe home for tiny speckled eggs. Let's make a nest shape with our hands. Cup, cup. Let's say it together. Nest. N is for nose. Nose, nose, nose. Hey, look at your wonderful nose. Your nose helps you breathe and smell pretty flowers. It sits right in the middle of your happy face. Let's wiggle our little noses. Wiggle, wiggle. Say it with me. Nose. N is for night. Night, night, night. Look, the quiet, dark night. Night is the time when the stars come out to shine. It's when we go to sleep and have sweet dreams. Let's pretend to go to sleep. Shh. Good night. Let's say it together. Night. N is for noodles. Noodles, noodles, noodles. Long, wiggly noodles. Noodles are fun to eat and can be curly or straight. You can eat them with butter or a yummy red sauce. Let's pretend to twirl some noodles. Twirl, twirl. Say it with me. Noodles. N is for numbers. Numbers, numbers, numbers. Look, lots of helpful numbers. Numbers help us count how many toys we have to play with. 1, 2, 3. Counting is so much fun. Let's count on our fingers. 1, 2, 3. Let's say it together. Numbers. O is for octopus. Octopus, octopus, octopus. Look, friends, a wiggly purple octopus. An octopus lives deep in the ocean and has 8 long arms. They are very smart and love to hide under the rocks. Let's wiggle 8 fingers like an octopus. Wiggle, wiggle. Let's say it together. Octopus. O is for orange. Orange, orange, orange. Look, a bright, round orange. Oranges are a juicy fruit that grows on big trees. They are full of sunshine and are very, very healthy. Let's pretend to peel an orange. Peel, peel. Say it with me. Orange. O is for owl. Owl, owl, owl. Look, a wise, fluffy owl. Owls have big, round eyes, and they stay awake all night long. They fly quietly through the trees and say, "Hoo, hoo." Let's make big owl eyes with our hands. Look, look. Let's say it together. Owl. O is for ocean. Ocean, ocean, ocean. Wow, the big blue ocean. The ocean is full of salt water and waves that crash on the sand. It's home to whales, sharks, and lots of colorful fish. Let's make waves with our arms. Whoosh, whoosh. Say it with me. Ocean. O is for ostrich. Ostrich, ostrich, ostrich. Look, a very, very big ostrich. An ostrich is a bird with a long neck and very fast legs. They can't fly, but they can run faster than a car. Let's run in place like an ostrich. Run, run. Let's say it together. P is for panda. Panda, panda, panda. Look, friends, a cute black and white panda. Pandas love to climb trees and munch on green bamboo. They look like big teddy bears and are very, very cuddly. Let's pretend to eat bamboo. Munch, munch. Let's say it together. Panda. P is for pizza. Pizza, pizza, pizza. A hot, cheesy pizza. Pizza is round and has yummy toppings like pepperoni and cheese. It's a favorite treat for a fun Friday night. Let's pretend to take a big slice. Yum, yum. Say it with me. Pizza. P is for penguin. Penguin, penguin, penguin. Look, a little waddling penguin. Penguins live where it's cold and they wear a black and white suit. They are great swimmers, but on land they waddle. Let's waddle like a penguin. Waddle, waddle. Let's say it together. Penguin. P is for pig. Pig, pig, pig. Look, a pink, happy pig. Pigs live on the farm and love to roll in the cool mud. They have a curly tail and say, oink, oink. Let's wiggle our noses like a pig. Oink, oink. Say it with me. Pig. P is for plane. Plane, plane, plane. Look up, a fast silver plane. A plane flies through the clouds to take us on a vacation. It has big engines that go vroom, way up high. Let's stretch our wings like a plane. Soar, soar. Let's say it together. Plane. Q is for queen. Queen, queen, queen. Look, friends, a beautiful, kind queen. A queen wears a sparkly crown and lives in a big castle. She is very important and is a leader for her land. Let's wave like a queen. Wave, wave. Let's say it together. Queen. Q is for quack. Quack, quack, quack. Listen, the sound a duck makes is a quack. Ducks say quack when they are happy, swimming in the pond. It's a funny sound that makes us want to laugh. Let's say it loud. Quack, quack. Say it with me. Quack. Q is for quilt. Quilt, quilt, quilt. Look, a warm, colorful quilt. A quilt is a blanket made of many different patches. It keeps us cozy when we take a nice long nap. Let's pretend to pull up a quilt. Snuggle, snuggle. Let's say it together. Quilt. Q is for question mark. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Look, a curly little question mark. We use a question mark when we want to ask something, like, how are you today? Or, can we play? Let's make a thinking face. Say it with me. Question mark. Q is for quiet. Quiet, quiet, quiet. Shh. Can you be very quiet? Being quiet is what we do when the baby is sleeping. It's a soft, peaceful feeling. Let's put our finger to our lips. Shh, shh. Let's say it together. Quiet. R is for rabbit. Rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. Look, friends, a long-eared, hop-hop rabbit. Rabbits have soft fur and love to eat crunchy carrots. They have a little cotton tail that wiggles when they run. Let's twitch our noses like a rabbit. Twitch, twitch. Let's say it together. Rabbit. R is for rainbow. Rainbow, rainbow, rainbow. Wow, a beautiful, colorful rainbow. A rainbow comes out after the rain when the sun starts to shine. It has red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. Let's draw a big arch in the sky. Round and pretty. Say it with me. Rainbow. R is for robot. Robot, robot, robot. Look, a shiny metal robot. Robots are made of gears and move with a stiff walk. They can do cool things, and sometimes they talk like this. Let's move like a stiff robot. Beep, boop. Let's say it together. Robot. R is for rain. Rain, rain, rain. Look, cold, pitter-patter rain. Rain falls from the clouds to give the flowers a drink. It's fun to wear boots and splash in the puddles. Let's tap our fingers like rain. Pitter, patter. Say it with me. Rain. R is for rocket. Rocket, rocket, rocket. Wow, a fast, powerful rocket. A rocket blasts off from the ground way into outer space. It goes to the moon and visits the stars. Let's do a countdown. 3, 2, 1, blast off. Let's say it together. Rocket. S is for snake. Snake, snake, snake. Look, friends, a long, slithering snake. Snakes don't have any legs, so they wiggle on the ground. They make a soft sound and say, "Sss, sss." Let's wiggle our hands like a snake. Slither, slither. Let's say it together. Snake. S is for sun. Sun, sun, sun. Look up, the bright yellow sun. The sun is a big star that keeps our world warm and bright. It helps the trees grow and makes us feel happy. Let's reach up for the sun, high and bright. Say it with me, sun. S is for strawberry, 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 strawberry. A red, juicy strawberry. Strawberries are a sweet fruit with tiny seeds on the outside. They are yummy to eat all by themselves or in a bowl. Let's pretend to take a bite. Sweet and juicy. Let's say it together. Strawberry. S is for spider. Spider, spider, spider. Look, a small 8-legged spider. Spiders spin webs out of silk to catch their lunch. They are very busy and can climb up the walls. Let's crawl our fingers like a spider. Crawl, crawl. Say it with me. Spider. S is for star. Star, star, star. Look, a twinkling golden star. Stars shine bright in the night sky, far, far away. We can make a wish when we see the first star at night. Let's twinkle our fingers like stars. Twinkle, twinkle. Let's say it together. Star. T is for tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Look, friends, a big, striped tiger. Tigers are very strong cats that live in the jungle. They have orange fur with black stripes and a loud roar. Let's show our tiger claws. Grr, grr. Let's say it together. Tiger. T is for train. Train, train, train. Listen, a long, chugging train. Trains go on a track and pull many cars behind them. The whistle goes choo-choo when they go past. Let's move our arms like train wheels. Chugga, chugga, choo-choo. Say it with me. Train. T is for turtle. Turtle. Turtle, turtle. Look, a slow, green turtle. Turtles carry a hard shell on their backs like a little house. When they are scared, they tuck their head inside to hide. Let's hide our heads like a turtle. In and out. Let's say it together. Turtle. T is for tree. Tree, tree, tree. Look, a tall, leafy tree. Trees give us shade and a place for birds to build nests. They have a strong trunk and branches that reach for the sky. Let's stand tall like a tree. Tall and strong. Say it with me. Tree. Is for truck. Truck, truck, truck. Wow, a big, heavy truck. Trucks carry big loads like dirt, rocks, or even cars. They have big tires and a very loud engine. Let's pretend to beep the horn. Honk, honk. Let's say it together. Truck. U is for umbrella. Umbrella, umbrella, umbrella. Look, friends, a bright, colorful umbrella. An umbrella keeps us dry when the rain falls from the clouds. It opens up wide to stay over our heads. Let's pretend to open an umbrella. Pop and up. Let's say it together. Umbrella. U is for unicorn. 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 Wow! A magical, sparkly unicorn. Unicorns look like horses, but they have one special horn. They love to run through the clouds and over rainbows. Let's make a horn on our heads, pointy and tall. Say it with me. Unicorn. U is for under. Under, under, under. Look, a little ball is hidden under the chair. Under means something is below or beneath something else. It's fun to crawl under a table and play hide and seek. Let's duck our heads like we are going under. Down and low. Let's say it together. Under. U is for umpire. 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 Look, the man in the mask is the umpire. Umpires help us play a fair game of baseball. They watch the ball and shout safe or out. Let's wave our arms like an umpire. Safe. Safe. Say it with me. Umpire. U is for up. 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 Look, way up high in the big blue sky. Birds fly up, balloons float up, and we can reach up too. Everything is high above our heads. Let's reach for the sky. Up. Up. Let's say it together. Up. V is for van. 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 Look, friends, a big silver van. A van has lots of seats for the whole family to ride. It takes us to the park or to the grocery store together. Let's pretend to steer the van, left and right. Let's say it together. Van. V is for vegetables. 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 Crunchy, colorful vegetables. Carrots, broccoli, and peas help our bodies grow. They make us strong and give us lots of energy. Let's pretend to eat a carrot. Crunch. Crunch. Say it with me. Vegetables. V is for violin. 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 Listen, the sweet, pretty sound of the violin. A violin is a musical instrument played with a long bow. It can make high sounds and low sounds for us to dance to. Let's pretend to play a violin. Slide, slide. Let's say it together. Violin. V is for volcano. 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 Wow, a giant smoking volcano. A volcano is a big mountain that sometimes puffs out smoke. It's very powerful and can be very, very hot. Let's make our arms go up like a volcano. Boom. Erupt. Say it with me. Volcano. V is for vacuum. 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 Listen, the loud whirring vacuum. A vacuum cleans the floor by sucking up all the dust. It goes back and forth and makes a funny sound. Let's push the vacuum across the carpet. Push, pull. Let's say it together. Vacuum. W is for whale. 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 Look, friends, a giant blue whale. Whales are the biggest animals that swim in the deep ocean. They breathe through a blowhole and splash with their tails. Let's splash like a big whale. Splash, Splash. Let's say it together. Whale. W is for watermelon. 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 A sweet, juicy watermelon. Watermelons are big and green on the outside and red on the inside. They are a perfect treat for a hot summer day. Let's pretend to take a big bite. Slurp. Yum. Say it with me. Watermelon. W is for watch. 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 Look, a little ticking watch. A watch tells us what time it is, so we aren't late. It sits right on our wrist and goes tick, tock. Let's look at our wrists. Tick, tock. Let's say it together. Watch. W is for worm. 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 Look, a wiggly pink worm. Worms live in the dirt and help the plants grow big and tall. They love to wiggle after the rain falls on the ground. Let's wiggle our fingers like worms. Wiggle, wiggle. Say it with me. Worm. W is for wagon. Wagon, wagon, wagon. Look, a little red wagon. You can pull a wagon and fill it with all your toys. It has 4 wheels and a long handle to pull it along. Let's pretend to pull a wagon. Pull, pull. Let's say it together. Wagon. X is for xylophone. 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 Listen. The tinkly, happy sound of the xylophone. A xylophone has colorful bars that make music when you tap them. It sounds like little bells ringing in the air. Let's pretend to play the xylophone. Ding, dong. Let's say it together. Xylophone. X is for X-ray. 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 Look, a picture of our bones. An X-ray is a special photo that doctors take to see inside us. It helps us stay healthy and shows how strong we are. Let's stand very still for an X-ray. Still, still. Say it with me. X-ray. X is for xylophone fish. Xylophone fish. Xylophone fish. Xylophone fish. Look, a funny, colorful fish. This fish has stripes that look just like a musical xylophone. It swims in the ocean and plays in the coral reefs. Let's wiggle our hands like a fish. Swish. Swish. Let's say it together. Xylophone fish. X is for box. 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 Look, the letter X is at the end of the word box. A box is square and can hold all our favorite things. We can open the lid and see what is inside. Let's make a square with our hands. Flat and square. Say it with me. Box. X is for fox. fox, fox, fox. Look, the letter X is at the end of the word fox. A fox is orange and clever, with a big, fluffy tail. It loves to run and play in the green forest. Let's tiptoe like a quiet fox. Tiptoe, tiptoe. Say it with me. Fox. Y is for yo-yo. Yo-yo, yo-yo, yo-yo. Look, friends, a spinning, colorful yo-yo. A yo-yo goes down and up on a long string. It's fun to watch as it spins round and round. Let's move our hands like a yo-yo. Down and up. Let's say it together. Yo-yo. Y is for yogurt. Yogurt, yogurt, yogurt. A creamy, yummy cup of yogurt. Yogurt is a healthy snack that comes in many flavors. You can eat it with a spoon and add some sweet fruit. Let's pretend to eat some yogurt. Yum, yum. Say it with me. Yogurt. Y is for yak. Yak, yak, yak. Look, a big, shaggy yak. Yaks have very long hair to stay warm in the cold mountains. They are very strong and have big, curvy horns. Let's pretend to be a shaggy yak. Shake, shake. Let's say it together. Yak. Y is for yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Look, the color of the bright sun. Yellow is the color of bananas, lemons, and happy flowers. It's a bright color that makes everything look sunny. Let's point to something yellow. There and there. Say it with me. Yellow. Y is for yawn. Yawn, yawn, yawn. Oh, are you feeling a little bit sleepy? A yawn is what we do when we are ready for a nap. It feels good to stretch and breathe out slow. Let's take a big yawn. Ah! Let's say it together. Yawn. Z is for zebra. Zebra, zebra, zebra. Look, friends, a black and white striped zebra. Zebras live in the grass and look like horses with stripes. No two zebras have the same pattern on their fur. Let's gallop like a zebra. Clip, clop. Clip, clop. Let's say it together. Zebra. Z is for zoo. Zoo, zoo, zoo. Wow, a place to see all the animals. At the zoo, you can see lions, monkeys, and big elephants. It's a fun place to learn and play all day. Let's look around at the animals. Look and see. Say it with me. Zoo. Z is for zipper. Zipper, zipper, zipper. Look, the zipper on your warm jacket. A zipper helps us close our clothes and keep us warm. It makes a funny sound when it goes up and down. Let's pretend to pull a zipper. Zip, up. Let's say it together. Zipper. Z is for zero. Zero, zero, zero. Look, the number that means nothing at all. 0 is round like a circle and comes before the number 1. If you have 0 cookies, your plate is all empty. Let's make a 0 with our fingers. Round and empty. Say it with me. 0. Z is for zigzag. Zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. Look, a line that goes back and forth. A zigzag goes one way, then the other, very fast. It's a fun shape to draw on a piece of paper. Let's draw a zigzag in the air. Zip, zap. Let's say it together. Zigzag.